Person who draws his inspiration from President Trump, like Pierre Poilievre, will kneel down before him.
You're a transformational president, focus on the economy with a relentless focus on the American worker, securing your borders, ending the scourge of fentanyl and other opioids, and securing the world.
Before he
Oh my God.
And see people contradicting themselves, talking real tough over here, but then they're a different person when they're in this situation. But let's just actually look at the video. Y'all tell me exactly what y'all thoughts are.
I don't think we can change Donald Trump. I don't think so. Not at this stage.
Get you to lift tariffs on Canada?
No,
Why not?
just the way it is.
And a person who draws his inspiration from President Trump, like Pierre Poilievre, will kneel down before him.
You're a transformational president, focus on the economy with a relentless focus on the American worker, securing your borders, ending the scourge of fentanyl and other opioids, and securing the world.
Before he stands up to him. He's in sync with President Trump.
I thought you were excellent, and I think we have a lot of things in common.
Pierre Poilievre is also choosing to be willfully blind to the many and growing threats that face our country.
We don't really want cars from Canada, and
Yo,
we put tariffs on cars from Canada.
Are y'all peeping what's going on in this video? I know it can be a little bit hard to follow. It was a little hard for me to follow at the beginning. I'm like, hold up, what? Like, he's saying one thing. And this is why people appreciate Donald Trump. He's got the same energy in front of the prime minister. The prime minister, Carney, I don't know when these videos were taken, but the prime minister, Carney, clearly he's got some animosity or disdain to Trump. But when he's in front of Trump, he's celebrating. You're a transitional president. Celebrating what he's done on the economy. This is Trump saying right in front of him, we don't want your cars. We want to make our own cars and sell them to America. The first question that they asked Trump was, are you going to keep the tariffs on to Canada? Yeah. Why? Because that's the way it is.
Canada.
To the many and growing threats that face our country.
We don't really want cars from Canada, and we put tariffs on cars from Canada, and at a certain point, it won't make economic sense for Canada to build those cars. And we don't want steel from Canada because we're making our own steel, and we're having massive steel plants being built right now as we speak. We really don't want Canadian steel, and we don't want Canadian aluminum and various other things.
What the big companies are producing, by and large, are not products that we are consuming.
Vons, of course you disagree, bro. We expect you to disagree. Is anybody in the chat surprised that Vons disagrees? Tell me what you disagree with, though, Vons. We go over this every single time you comment. Just tell me what you disagree with. You said you watched the whole interview. What is wrong? Tell me the substance of what you disagree with, and we'll talk about it. But just saying I disagree, we know that, Vons. I'm pretty sure that you disagree. Do you also disagree with the previous video, Vons, of General Motors? Let me ask you this. For everybody that can't stand Trump, for everybody that's on the other side, whatever that side is, basically just all sides against Trump, tell me what you think about General Motors, Vons. General Motors has said that they, as an American company, would like to put Americans first, and that is why they are absorbing the tariff expense, because they know that that will encourage more American business. It will feed more American factories. It will build more American factories. It will allow more American workers to have jobs, right? It'll create more jobs, all these different things. And it's not going to come at an added cost to Americans.
Ew. Sorry to interrupt the video. We got a new challenge. 20,000 by the end of April. We fell short in March, but we're gonna get our goal this month. Thank you all in advance for those that are gonna continue to like, subscribe, maybe even leave some comments and let us know how we're doing. And on that note, let me let y'all get back to the video, and I'll see y'all soon. Ew.
Do you have an issue with that? Like you said last week and the week before that the tariffs are going to cause everything to go up in prices, just like a lot of other people on your side have said. Now you have General Motors, right? They're saying that they're not going to do that because they are being patriots and putting American first. And the tariffs, what's going on between China and other countries, is designed to benefit America. The only thing that y'all had to say against it, was the fact that it would increase the cost to Americans. Now look what Vons writes. GM got a tax break. All right. Like, okay. Oh my God. So listen to Unc, but we're not going to build factories like you think the factories. Unc, how are you going to tell me what I think the factories are going to be? You in my head, Unc? We're not going to build factories like you think the factories that we have to build today. They have to be modernized. Can't have 1,000 employees running around on 30,000 square feet. Okay. So, do you want American factories or do you not? This is what happens when you continue to move the goalpost. We continue to move the goalpost when it comes to anything that Donald Trump does that's successful. We continue to move the goalpost. Now, oh, well, there's factories coming back, but it's still not the same factories. Well, Unc, I tell you what, maybe we need to look at the factories that China is installing, because China is well ahead of us when it comes to technology, I believe, way far more advanced, and they're making a whole lot of money off producing our products. So maybe we'll just, maybe the factories won't look like they looked when General Motors started. Okay, cool. There's advancements. But it's still feeding American companies and feeding American workers, people that are going to market, people that are going to sell, people that are going to build, all different things in those industries. Come on now. Hold up. Look at what Vons wrote. Young folks ain't working in farms and factories. Vons, do you really want to have this conversation? Do you think, hold on. So Vons, if you could make more money than you make right now, you still wouldn't consider working on a farm or in a factory? Like what makes young people too good to work on farms or in factories? I'm just wondering. Maybe you're just making so much money that you're just too good for working on a farm or a factory. But the last time I checked, you as a black man, you're a part of the demographic of African Americans in this country, and our household income is at the bottom, the average black household income. So I'm just wondering, if the people at the bottom with the lowest income are too good to work in farms and factories, why should the other people work in farms and factories? Or maybe they're just, maybe that is what black people, maybe that's the problem with black entitlement. They've convinced us that we're too entitled for certain jobs. Meanwhile, other cultures are taking those jobs and they're doing better in this country than us. And Vons is saying that it's reality. That is reality. Black people have been convinced by the Democratic Party that we're victims and too entitled and we're too good for certain jobs. Meanwhile, other people are taking those jobs because we've been convinced to go to corporate, go this, right? That's why the problem with trades not being in schools anymore, because we value the corporate jobs more than the trades. And the trades are the ones that are doing well right now. You know how much plumbers are making right now? But Vons is sitting here saying that we're too good to work in a factory or work on a farm. Meanwhile, we're not making any money in the jobs that we're currently in. Like, stop it, bro. The audacity, the arrogance amongst these Negroes is insane. Let's keep going.
I mean, there's some element of that, but by and large, a steel company, how much steel are you using these days, Todd? I mean, not as much we used to. So anyway,
Trudeau, when I spoke to him, I used to call him Governor Trudeau. I think.
Oh my God, Vons, this is Jasmine Crockett black people. That's why we shouldn't deport people. Do y'all? I'm so thankful for Vons. Thank God for Vons. Vons. You're very fortunate to live in Montclair, New Jersey. Now, under different circumstances, I don't know if you could afford to live in Montclair, New Jersey, but there's a lot of people that live in the inner city, Chicago and the Bronx and other impoverished areas where a lot of these illegal migrants have been housed. These illegal migrants are living in places that don't have the infrastructure to take care of these migrants. So for you to sit here and say, oh, that's why we shouldn't deport people, we need them to work on our farms and our factories and do all the jobs we don't feel like doing, at the expense of further ruining the already impoverished communities and already draining the impoverished communities that do not have the infrastructure to take care of these people. For you to say that because you live in the comforts of Montclair seems a little bit arrogant to me and a little bit selfish, I would say. A little bit selfish. So because you don't live next to all the migrants, because your city is not being impacted in a negative way by the migrants, you're like, oh, just leave them. We need somebody to do those jobs anyway. Oh my God, bro. This is crazy. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh,
it didn't help his election. But when I spoke to him, I said, so why are we taking your cars? Why are we taking we want to make them ourselves. I mean, I said, and if the price of your cars went up, or if we put a tariff on your cars of 25%, what would that mean to you? He said, that would mean the end of Canada. He actually said that to me. And I said, that's a strange answer, but I understand his answer. But no, I mean, it's hard to justify subsidizing Canada to the tune of maybe $200 billion a year. We protect Canada militarily, and we always will. We're going to, that's not a money thing. But we
boy,
always
y'all
will.
little bro, y'all know that.
It's not fair.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Hey, since you're on, you wanna tap in now and have that discussion with the I think we should go over with the Rodney Hinton Jr. You got the link. You wanna when you came up, I'll see you in the back room. Then we can start talking about that. This is it's oh man, God bless America, baby. God bless America, right?
It's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.